Okay. Well, so we know it runs, and I just cannot seem to get it to run as slow as the governor is set to keep it from banging into the side of the engine. So we're going to tear the governor off the side of this one more time. And I also seem to have had some compression issues again, so I'm going to, while I have the governor off the side, try to relap those valve seats again. I did notice when I did them last time that the valve seats are very high up in the, they're not centered, so there's a good chance that they need to be lapped in really deep to get a seal all the way around. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. First things first, get the governor and valve off the side here and look at doing a different valve modification or governor modification. I still haven't thought of a good way to bend the governor ball arms without risking a lot of damage, and I don't, want to do that if I can avoid it, or I don't want to try that if I can avoid it. So one, two, and that one stays trapped. 3. Let's see, and then I take the bottom off. Because that's the quickest way to the governor here. Now, I did make this washer, and I'm going to try and look. I don't know what shape that dish is, because if this is concave, no, convex, and I had this turned around so it was concave, and that was not quite, that was too slow. If this angle is a different convex, then maybe that's gonna do the trick here. So I guess we'll just put it on and see how that goes. Make sure that's snug here. I think we'll call that good. Now, This bottom gear here needs to just sort of, I mean, this has to be adjusted to mesh when we put it back on, so just gonna get the set screw just snug enough in there that it doesn't fall off, and then when we put it back on, we'll adjust it to mesh. Okay, that's that. And now let's pop the top off here again and lap those valves again. I'll spend some serious time lapping these valves, so as soon as I get this apart, I'll probably stop the camera and just concentrate on lapping the valves for a bit, because that'll be time consuming. We'll come back and put it back together when I'm done grinding the valves a lot. I'd hoped the last time I did it that it just needed a quick dust up, but since I think that those seats are just not very good at all, I'm just going to grind them in. As deep as I can, so. That all clean in there, and then I ran some fuel and oil in, and it definitely carboned up the top of that piston, so that's good. Means there's a lot of oil in there. Set that aside, and the tiny screwdriver bit I'm using to pry on these C-clamps, or C-clips rather. Goes one. Let's see, exhaust valve, and two, the keeper and shite. Well, the intake spring popped off, and I thought it was gone, but there it is. Didn't get too far. Good. I should have tilted that a second ago. Alright, the intake valve is clean, and exhaust valve is sticking on the very top there for some reason, so we'll get a piece of sandpaper and it's like 400 grit or something. And I don't know why that's stuck in there. It didn't stick before. Huh. Well, I guess the exhaust valve is trapped in there now. I just had it out. I don't know what might have happened to the top of that valve that it's trapped like that now. Oh well. I was gonna pull it out and look, but oh yeah. So that's what I suspected. Let's see if I can get the camera to look in there. The seat on this here is way up top, in the very top there, so it's not even all the way around, and it should be centered on the surface there. So I'm gonna have to grind that in pretty deep to get a wide enough surface to make sure it seals no matter where the valves are. But I'm gonna do that with the same method I had before, where I put this pin vise on the valve, like so, and then I can pull and twist once I put my grinding compound under there. But I'm going to be at that for a bit, so we'll be back when these are done.